Okay. Well, luckily, this particular, yeah, exactly. You can be his +1. Well, awesome. Well, thank you so much. We're excited to send Steve to Hawaii. Keep those referrals coming. Help us grow our community. We have such amazing loan officers here. We want to keep growing the team. All right. So now I'd love to welcome to the stage the fearless leaders of each of our divisions, Shain Urwin, Brandon Landow, and Renee Palluck. The clicker when you need it. You want it?
Thank you very much, Perry. I hope this mic was on already. Hopefully we can get it back on. There we go. We're excited to be here, and thank you for our wonderful panel joining us. We'll introduce them here all just in a minute. We're going to go through a quick few updates and things that are happening in each of our divisions, in the reverse division, in the real estate division, in the commercial division, and then we're going to talk to our panelists a little bit about how they've experienced our divisions over this last year. We love being part of C2, and at C2, you know, you have a lot of options and a lot of ways to do all types of business, including reverse mortgages and commercial and real estate. And I want to dive into some changes and some things we have done in the reverse space. First of all, we updated our reverse website. So at the C2 website, you'll notice when you log in, you can just click reverse over here on the left. It'll take you to this screen. And in this screen, you're going to have the opportunity now to just find out, does my client qualify? If you're a forward mortgage originator and you come across somebody you think might be able to do a reverse, you don't need to take a special class or a training to understand, do I have a deal here? You simply just click on this button, does my client qualify, and log in. Now you will need a C2 email address to be able to access this. If you don't have one, you can get one by emailing C2 Client Relations. Now, the reason being is the company we get the software from, if you were to leave C2, they only have access to it that way. So you need a C2 email address. Doesn't mean you need to use your email address for everything else, but for this. So here, I'm already ready to log in. Log in. Again, C2 Client Relations can set you up. Now, to get this information, I just want to show you it's so simple. You just need 3 pieces of information. You need to know how old the client is, the zip code, so we know the area to make sure that we're running the right numbers, the home value, and the debt that needs to be paid off. So if they owe anything. So you can make up a fake name. You don't even need that real name. But, you know, let's say I want to call him David. Oops, got some cap locks on here. We'll just make him David Timko. He's not quite that old. But we'll make him 75 today. We can add somebody here if we want. You can make us another spouse, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'll just go ahead and take what the default is. I've got a 75-year-old here. And I'll put him at 90210, just to make something up here. Oh, what's going on here? All right. We'll put a shack in Beverly Hills, $1 million. We'll say he owes $300,000. This is all you need. When you do this, oops, not $3 million. Another way you can do it, you can hit 300 and just tab out. It'll do it. Then hit Submit Scenario. The reason I'm going through this real quickly is I just want you to see how easy this is. It's not complicated. It'll run the numbers for you really quickly. It'll put the numbers in. If it's green, you know you have a deal. It'll be red, and you'll have a negative number if it doesn't qualify. And if it doesn't, that doesn't mean your deal's dead. There's little asterisks here where you can go through. It'll tell you what these things mean. It'll tell you every part of the reverse mortgage language. We use words like max claim amount and growth principal limit and all these different terms in reverse that you may not use. In loans, you may speak loan, loan LTD, different things like that. We don't use that in reverse space. So you might know taco and burrito, but you don't speak Spanish. So this will teach you how to speak a little bit that way, right? So you can change the rates and the margins and all the stuff here and learn about what that means. It'll also take you through tools, which we have classes on, to how to use this tool to present to clients. Best part, it'll tell you what commissions you're going to make. Like this loan right here, this Beverly Hills loan, this $300,000 loan is paying anywhere from $33,000 to $29,000 in commission. Our average commission this year to a reverse mortgage originator is just over $20,000 on a reverse mortgage. Okay, last year we averaged just over $18,000. Obviously, things are up a little bit. Now, this will tell you, this is like Loan Sifter. Like Loan Sifter, you're familiar for that? This is pricing out all of our investors and telling you who's paying what and is organizing them who's paying more or less for this loan. That said, it made it easy. Now, we're not here to promote to go make $30,000 each loan. I'm just telling you how this loan works. This particular loan would pay that. Some of our loans go more or less. The point is, easy. Okay, that's where we made it for you. If you have trouble or issues, you can always reach out, and you can either make 3 choices. And you can do this inside the software as well. If you notice down here at the bottom of the software, this is kind of a small screen to see up there, but it says, refer to an expert, sign up for mentorship, or originate on your own. Here at C2, we give you those options. If you want to refer it to an expert, just simply click the button, and you can fill in the click funnel. It'll tell you if you want to refer it in-state or out-of-state. So if you're licensed in California, and you want to refer it to a California deal, you're going to get paid differently than if you are licensed in California and not Nevada. We'll still get you some pay, but it's a different pay structure for out-of-state. The next, and it says all that in the form, you'll see it. Refer for mentorship. If you want somebody to help you split the deal 50-50, go through and learn from start to finish reverse, so that by the time you're done, you also know enchilada and guacamole and you know other words. Before you know it, you can make yourself, maybe a carne asada. You can make something. The bottom line, when you're done, you're going to learn how the reverse works, and it tells you how that works. Then you're going to jump into originate on my own. If you'd like to do it on your own, step by step, we have a video guide, 8-step series on what to learn, how to learn reverse on your own. You can go that route as well. So we're here for you. We have questions. If you have questions, you can reach out to me. I'm Shain, our reverse director. You can always click this contact button, and there's the contact information for our division. Please, if you email or call me, also include reverse at C2 Financial on all your email so that we get you to the speed to respond. We want to get back quickly. I don't want you waiting on me if I'm speaking or doing something or in a meeting. Last, before I move on, is don't think this is too difficult for you. It's a loan like any other loan. Tomorrow, if you want to learn more, we have a class at Phil's Barbecue from 11 to 2. You can come join us. We're going to teach more on reverse mortgages. 11 to 2 tomorrow, Phil's Barbecue. Mr. Thank You, which was wonderful, wasn't he? He's going to be there tomorrow and give us some more nuggets. If you want to hear some more from Mr. Thank You, he's going to be there as well. And we want you to learn reverse. I desperately want you to help seniors. Less than 1% of seniors in the United States of America have a reverse mortgage, those that qualify. Over 62 have enough equity, less than 1% have one. 99% of the people that can use the product aren't. I'm going to turn this over now to Renee. Sorry, Renee.
No, that's okay.
Oh, you know where to go, right? Got it?
Got it. Thank you. Hi, I'm Renee with CalState Realty, the real estate division of C2. Pardon me, I have a little bit of a cold. I want to first off by thanking my fellow few Niner fans that are sprinkled in the crowd so I don't have to take somebody had to be against Shain, so we can form a little team.
I'm on the winning side of this deal.
So. You are. I will be a Seahawks fan for the next 4 days, and then that's it. So for prospects and any new loan officers to C2, it's possible for you to do both loans and real estate at C2 under our real estate division, CalState. But today we're focusing on the power of the pass. So I wanted to focus more on passing potential referrals and how you can not leave money on the table. We implemented the RAD program across all 3 of our divisions last year. So just really quickly, I just wanted to show you what it looks like from the C2 site. So if you have a potential referral, you know how to just simply go to the website and input it here for all 3 divisions. So at the top right of the homepage of C2 Financial, there's the RAD button, and that'll take you to each one of our pages. So if you have a real estate referral, click it, whether it's a buyer or a seller, you click the button and it'll bring you up to the page that will ask a few simple questions, and once you answer that, that'll be input into our system directly. Then I will do my best to match you up with an agent and kind of take the work off your plate. I really want to enforce that if you are a DRE California licensed realtor, or most of you have a California DRE, you can receive out-of-state referrals, even if you're not active in real estate. You can receive referrals in California. but I know a lot of you have realtors that you work with that you'll refer to. But if you want to refer out of state, you can still get a real estate referral even if you are not actively doing real estate because you have a DRE license in California. So most of the time an agent will email me and say, hey Renee, I have someone that's interested in selling a house in Florida. And what I'll do is I'll send out an email and I'll try to match you up with someone, and then you are able to help your client while keeping a 25% referral fee and handing them off to someone that they're going to be in good hands with. Just a referral success story that I wanted to share. Last week, Ignacio, one of our top producers, emailed me and said, I have a client with a listing in Dallas. Can you help me? I sent 2 emails to 2 of our Texas loan officers. They got back to me within 5 minutes. Here's who I work with in Dallas. I forwarded the information to Ignacio. Within 4 days, he had a referral fee agreement signed. And then once that deal closes, he gets 25%. So it's a very easy process that I think some of us forget about, because as we grow within C2 and expanding our states, it's much easier for us to help you connect with another realtor. That way you can continue to help your client, stay in touch with your client, and keep it within the C2 ecosystem with a well-vetted realtor that you know your client will be in good hands with. So really, as a takeaway, just don't leave free money on the table. Use the power of the pass. And with that, I will hand it off to Brandon.
What's up, C2 Connect Game Day? What a great event we've got going. It's great to see everyone here. Brandon Landow, I manage the commercial division here at C2. And, look, no one in this room is an expert at everything. We can't be. But one of the benefits of being with C2 is you don't have to be an expert at everything to help your clients and be that full financial resource for them. And when you refer deals to the commercial division, you have a high level of execution for those clients that they've come to expect from you. And we can deliver on that. Not only that, but you're going to get paid a referral fee and you're going to have a client for life. And that's really what it's all about, is making sure you're using these arrows in your quiver, like reverse, like real estate and commercial. These are all out there for you. These are opportunities that are right in front of you. We're all looking at tax returns every day. If you pull up a Schedule E, and you see a commercial property there annotated with the number 4, someone is asking about that property and wanting to finance it. And if you're not, it's someone else. These are opportunities you can get in front of right now. It's low-hanging fruit. Block and tackle and get in front of these opportunities, and you can get paid on them. When you're ready to refer a deal, it's as easy as coming through the RAD program, just like Renee went through. Come in, click on the button down there, it'll take you in, and you can submit a deal. One thing I built out this year was a referral splits calculator. Obviously, the first question I get when you're referring a deal is, how much am I going to get paid? Well, I wanted to make it very easy. If you jump into our portal here, which we rolled out a couple years ago, we created a splits tab, and I created a referral split calculator. You come in here, you punch in a loan amount, you click a few buttons, it's going to tell you exactly what you're going to make. It's as easy as that. So leverage the power of the pass, leverage the commercial division, leverage the reverse division and real estate to take advantage of these opportunities, get in front of this low-hanging fruit, and get paid on these deals. When you're ready to refer a deal, just like I said, you go through the RAD program, everything is going to come directly to me. I'm going to reach out to you to discuss the opportunity, connect with the borrower, and take it from there. All you have to do is wait for your referral fee to hit your bank account. With that, I'm going to hand it back to Shain, and we're going to jump into our panel discussion.
We are excited to have our panelists here today. You can see all their names and information up on there. Many of you already know every single person up here. These are many of our top producers, and I am very thankful for them. So I am an emotional person, and I'm filled with gratitude when I think of the relationships I built here. Every time I come to town, Dan Keats puts me up in his house. What a good guy. He said, I forbid you to stay somewhere else. I love the guy. I look at Allison and Brian and Ricky and Harry, relationships we each have with all 5 of these. That's why we pulled them up here, because they've touched our divisions multiple times, especially this year. And I'm thankful for the lives that we've changed and impacted. Me and Dan had a really good one that just helped somebody so much this last year. It's a lot more than making money. Yeah, the commissions sound good, but a life changed is much more appealing to me, much more appealing to what we do, right? So I'm thankful. So we have some questions for you, each of us do. And I have a question, and anybody can answer first. Really, your experience, let everybody know real quickly, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been doing loans? So we get a background.
I'll go first since I'm probably the least seasoned one here. I've been in LO for about 5 years now and C2 for a little over a year.
Okay.
I've been with C2, I think, for 6 years now, and I've been licensed for 7.
I'm going to embarrass myself. I did my first loan in 1992. You guys weren't born. At least half of you.
I have been with over 20 years.
And I've been about 20 years too. I started out with David's dad, Ron, at Yes Capital and Barbara a long time ago.
So we each have questions about it, but to give you some background, these people are seasoned, not brand new. But what led you? I'll ask first for reverse, and we can look at commercial and real estate as well. What led you? I'll start with you, Allison. What led you this year to say, I'm interested in getting into reverse and looking at reverse?
I think the reason we all come here is to figure out new ways to help our clients and have another tool in our tool chest. For me, I have made sure that my tool chest has every single tool possible to help my clients, because if I don't, and I'm not helping them, they're going to someone else. And I've personally exploited that for clients, that if they come to me for a tool that I have that another loan originator doesn't, I try to take all of that business. And I want to make sure that my clients aren't looking for things that I'm not researching or learning about, or having tools like Shain or someone from commercial and Brandon, so I'm not turning any of those people away where someone else could go out and bring them into their ecosphere and then do business with them. So I think it sustained my business. It opened my eyes to being inquisitive about something I don't know about. And then luckily Shain came to our house and we spent a lot of time really understanding something that I didn't understand before. And there were a lot of misconceptions about it. And I just opened my mind to be open to understanding.
I want to let you know, if you see a theme there, I came to their house and stayed in their pajamas too. And I told Moose Mao I'm coming next week, stay at his house. If it takes that to unlock your brain to reverse, I will come sleep in your pajamas as well. Let's do that, whatever it takes.
Can I chime in? Shain,
Yeah.
when do you come to C2?
This July will be 4 years.
So I went online and I did all the continuing ed to be reverse certified, but it's like reading an encyclopedia. There's driving and reading the driver's manual. When Shain came to C2, he elevated reverse. And every week, twice a week, he does his Zooms and he takes your calls and he actually really helps you. The forward and the reverse are so different, as he talked about Spanish and English. They're really different. And God bless Shain, because C2 reverse, the division we have is, in my opinion, in addition to C2 being the best out there, is the best reverse you can ever imagine. I mean, what he has done for the division and opened my eyes to, the benefit to these seniors who really do need our help. It's really incredible. Thank you, Shain. It's really because of Shain. And he gets up here and he cries. They're not fake tears, they're real tears. I mean, when you hear how many people Shain has helped, and he helps everybody. I mean, Shain is selfless. He will get back to you. I mean, he's the most selfless person I know.
Thank you.
He doesn't need to work, hint, hint, but he does it because he loves it. Thank you, Shain.
Thank you.
Ricky, I'm going to ask you. I asked Ricky up here because she has leveraged and taken advantage of each one of our divisions. So I just want to hear from you how you've made that happen and what that looks like.
Yeah, so I do. I feel like I have a relationship with everyone up here, and I'm working with Shain tonight on something, and I have referred to Brandon, and I work very closely with Renee because I would say my business is pretty 50-50 on loans and doing real estate. But I feel, to what you said, I 100% agree, and I think we all can, that if I have a client that's talking about doing reverse, even if it doesn't happen, I am still the one who brought that to the table, and I kept that client in my pocket, and they're always going to come to me because I can probably, with having C2 and CalState in my toolbox, is that I don't think there's anything that I cannot give to one of my clients. And that is a great opportunity. And that's why I love Danny said earlier, like maximizing every opportunity. It 100% does. I don't come across commercial a lot, but I will tell you, Brandon was my superstar. Like, he made it happen for me. And I mean, and reverse, I will tell you, I feel like it breaks my brain sometimes. So it does take a minute, but it is a really great program. And I just appreciate all three of you. I really do, because every single one of them answer you back. Every single one of them will hold your hand, even when they're busy. And I just couldn't thank you guys enough for you guys giving me all of the tools that I need to do what I do.
I think we've talked a lot about relationships today, and I feel like I have a very strong relationship with everyone on the stage, but also many of you in the crowd. And I think it kind of speaks to what Allison was talking about. Allison and I had some really good success on a lot of commercial loans and kind of working with her agents and her spheres of influence. And Allison, maybe you can talk a little bit about some success that we've had.
We have done some really crazy deals that I thought we could not get done. I've thrown the gamut from wedding venues, auto repair shops. I mean, you name it, we've done it. I think one of the things that I've taken away from this year that I didn't originally think about with Brandon, we were always dealing with the borrowers before. The borrowers would come to me, they need to buy something. We've made a great relationship with one of my agents that has brought some borrowers, and we've kind of flipped the script. She actually has a few commercial venues for sale, and usually we don't see a lot of leads come from that when it's not her actual client buying. But instead what she's done is, it's really hard to find a place in commercial out there for people when they are shopping to find loans. They don't even know where to start. And so when she lists these homes now and people are interested, she's like, you should call Allison to see if you can get financing, because they do commercial deals. We actually will vet all of those people who's going to be the best buyer that can actually take that through to the end. So she is closing more deals. So now I'm not just waiting for the borrower to come, she's actually sending it to me on her properties she has for sale. And we've been highly successful with that. She's been really happy because we can close them a lot quicker. These commercial deals in a regular place can take 4 months, they can take 5 months. It's just a completely different beast. And, Brandon knows everything. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to do those deals and keep those agents happy.
I want to second that. Brandon is incredible. I mean, the commercial division that David and Brandon have started, created, run, it's second to none. They have more investors than probably any commercial, am I correct? I mean, they have everybody. I gave him a really tough deal. The other night he texted me, he goes, we're going to make it happen. I go, cool. So, I mean, there's so much in the commercial that you guys don't even know about. Most people, when they think of commercial, they go to a bank. That's a one-stop shop. And most of our clients, as we know, they have complicated financials, and those banks will turn it down, and a client will keep a bad loan for another 10 years without even knowing where to go. So lots of opportunity in commercial. And these guys have more syndicates and investors than I mean, when he tells me everything, it's like mind-blowing. It really is, right?
The list goes on and on. The list goes on and on. And I think, back to Allison's point, it's just, a good mentor of mine once told me, don't become your client's no person, because they will go find a yes person. And that yes person will sell them on real estate, they'll sell them on residential, they'll sell them on everything, and they're not going to come back to you. So use the arrows that are in your quiver, use these resources that are available at C2. This is why we have these divisions, and they're all available to all of you to leverage and get paid on these deals.
Harry, you've been down there patient.
Okay. Well, let me just break this down. Just put down your phones for a second, because starting with Renee, I talk to a lot of clients every day in my database. I've been doing this, but the real estate deals, I work with realtors, and I get that it's kind of sensitive, but I've got landlord tenant. They want to buy the house. It's like, put the deal together and then have Renee help you do that and get some of it. And maybe have escrow You don't need a realtor, or, being DRE licensed, and have Renee do that. Also, we're in escrow right now where the client's like 85 years old, lives in La Jolla, he has a portfolio of properties. Like, Harry, I have a relationship with you for 20 years. I know you. I want you to handle the whole situation in your team. I don't want to give it to, one of the La Jolla realtors. I want you to do it. And it's that personal relationship. So it's not everyone, but again, it's just, like I said, having tools in the tool belt and keeping it, like David said, within the family. And then with Shain, we got a deal right now, from another one. I do reverses. I try to do it myself once or twice a year. I'm not up on it. I'm on the forwards. But Shain, I'd rather work with him. He does the video. He's very patient with the senior citizens. He knows his stuff. He knows where to go with what lender. And it's like me submitting it versus him submitting it with the lenders are out there, the better pricing, just like us with Loan Sifter. We get better pricing anyway, and it gets done quick, And then with Brandon, like I just got one from a new couple Carlsbad realtors I've been working with, and they're like, hey, do you do commercial? Okay, this is my only chance. Well, okay, yes, I do commercial. It's a 6-unit. Okay, so I have Brandon to go to, but it keeps it within me for that relationship because I might only get one shot at it. So these are real live practical examples in the last 90 days to help us grow our business. And then it's kind of like I introduce them as my partner and I edify them coming from a third party that we all work together as a team. So it's not just Harry Dennis, it's as a team working together to support and service you to get other business.
I think that's a great point, actually. I always say I'm an extension of all of you. I'm on your team. And when you bring me in, we're doing this together. So it's as much as it is a referral, we're a partnership here, and this is a family company, and I'm on your team to help get these loans done and make sure those clients are coming back to you when we're done. That's what it's all about.
I just wanted to add to that and be like, I do notice when you talk to people and you tell them it's your team, I don't know why. That just makes a really, really big difference for people. And I also, to your point about being the yes man, I used to be really nervous. If I don't know everything about it, I don't want to do it. And I stopped doing that because of you guys. But I will. I want to just really tell everyone, like, it doesn't matter. You can know nothing, and it's okay because they're going to have your back. And you need to start saying yes to all of those.
Go
ahead.
I would say that includes on my end anyways, on the commercial side, that's SBA loans. I'm working on a lot of business acquisitions. So people are looking to buy a business that doesn't include real estate. I'm working on, a gentleman's buying 3 locations of a burrito restaurant in Florida. No real estate involved. So we can handle all these different types of transactions that are literally right in front of you. You just got to ask that question and not be afraid to get in front of these opportunities.
Stephen Covey has a saying in his book, begin with the end in mind. And that's what we're doing here. Us 3 have begged and pleaded for time on this stage, just like this. Because we are so passionate for each other and with each other. We get together, and Mr. Thank You, John Israel is awesome. I saw him at an NBA event. I spoke, thank God, not right after him. I was 2 after him. And I was like, Perry, we got to get this guy. Because it has nothing to do with loans, but it has everything to do with it, right? It has everything to do with our lives. And one thing I want to let you know is the gratitude, when you use your gifts to help others without trying to get something in return, that's really what the gratitude is about, right? That's what we're trying to do for you. We want to use our gifts to help you. More importantly, we want to help your clients. We want to help them. Let us help them. Let us help you help them. To help me help you. Cuba, we need that. So that's what we're trying to do here. Hopefully you're getting that theme over and over. We're here to help. Our divisions are here. We have tools. Look at those websites, the updates, how easy it is. If you can click an easy button, we wanted to call the rad button the easy button for so long because our thoughts and goals were, how do we make it easy? How will you engage? The worst thing you can do is leave here and not put things into practice. Hopefully you go back and put gratitude in practice. Be more grateful for the people in your life. Be more grateful for those that didn't work with you. A quick story. I wrote a letter after watching John Israel speak to a client that had the most impact on my life. She did not do business with me. And it changed my pitch. It changed me. But I never spoke to her. And I wrote an emotional letter to her. And I sent it. Said, thank you for what you've done for my life. You've impacted me more than you know. She reached out to me. I just closed her loan. I did a loan for her. So it's real. That's all I want to say. Yes, Brian, I'd love more input. Yeah, I'd love more input from you, Brian.
You were just talking about helping people, and the bottom line I think you're hearing from everybody up here is there's so many resources available at C2 for us to help our clients no matter what they need and where they are. And in reverse specifically, it's so gratifying to be able to help a lot of these people, especially on the need-based side. Allison and I helped a gentleman in Florida, and he was literally going through his couch cushions to find enough money to go to the grocery store and eat his bread and peanut butter. And he hadn't had an actual meal in quite a long time. And we were able, he had equity in his home. He owned his home in Florida outright. We were able to do a reverse for him, get him that money. And he cried at the closing table. He was so grateful that we had a solution for him and that he could now live with dignity in his retirement. And he went to the grocery store and he got a roasted chicken, one of the pre-made like Costco roasted chicken, and some mashed potatoes, and it just made the man's year. He was so grateful. And to be able to help people like that, regardless of whether it's in the forward world, the reverse world, commercial, you're helping somebody build their dream of owning their own business, whatever it is, there's so many tools here at C2 that we have available to us.
I think the big point too on that deal is there was no other loan product. I obviously have a lot of tools in my tool chest. There was no loan product for this guy. He was on a fixed Social Security income. He couldn't qualify for a forward even though he owned his house. His only option was selling. This was the only way to keep him in his house where he literally could eat. Otherwise, he was going to have to sell his home he was in for his whole life. And I mean, we believe so much in them, and Shain and Brandon and everyone, that when Shain was at our house, we did the hardest pitch of our life, and that was my husband's mom. And so we believe in it so much, she has a reverse mortgage. When you really open your mind and you allow someone in to give you all this information, it can be life-changing. And I'm telling you, we didn't do the pitch because it was a very emotional situation. Her husband had died. She was left alone. The whole idea of her life had changed. She had spent her whole life saving for retirement. And my husband tells me all the time, the climbers that climb El Capitan, do you know when they die? It's not on the climb up, it's on the climb down, on the descent. That's actually the riskiest. And what we've realized is everyone knows how to save for retirement. We know the basics of it. You get a good financial planner. She did everything right. She had plenty of money. She wasn't like the guy in Florida. She didn't need a reverse, but she was so scared to live her life for the biggest fear, even if it wasn't true. It was, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I run out of money? And Shain sat down with her and through tears really tried to find
Real tears.
Yeah.
Because Brian thought he would be crying, so I cried for him.
You know, what is your goal for your life? How do you want to live? Because she wasn't living like that. She was living like she didn't save anything. She was almost living like the guy in Florida. How do you really live your life now? And Shain showed her, you know, after she got over the tears and all of the fallacies behind this, how bad it is. I mean, her generation, a lot of people out here think these things are four-letter words and that they're horrible. And we got through all of that and really defined, how do you want to live your life? What if I can show you that you can live that life and you never have to worry about all these what ifs, because we're putting in a scenario in to protect you. So even if all those bad things happen, which they probably won't, and your financial planner said you have enough money, but you still feel vulnerable, how are we going to take that away to set you up where you actually can live the retirement that you saved for and have that freedom of mind? And that is huge, you know, and to do it for your own family member, you have to believe in it. And these things are so powerful. Shain told us, you know, people think these are a Ford Pinto. They're for my guy Steven in Florida that can't eat. He has no other choice. But you can use these like a Ferrari. These things, when you really talk to Shain, the power of it, where you could take, maybe when you're done, you know, retiring and you finally die, you'd leave $1 million to your kids. If we change the scenario a little bit, you could live the same and leave $4 million. That's how powerful it is. And you have to open your mind and just be open-minded. It might not be for everyone, but to be open-minded enough to learn about this tool that you could have in your tool chest instead of just thinking it's a four-letter word because you heard one bad story that might not even be true or might not have happened to that person, to really learn what these tools can do for you.
Any takeaways? Any last words, guys?
God bless Shain, Renee, and Brandon.
Thank you.
And C2.
And C2.
Well, thank you all for being our biggest
Thank you so much.
cheerleaders. I made them hold these and they were like, I don't want to do it. We appreciate you
Thank
guys
you so much.